Look at yourself for a second. No, seriously, think about your physical body. For decades, humanity has been pointing giant, multi-billion-dollar satellite dishes into the cold void of space, desperately trying to find alien life. We are obsessed with the idea that some weird, pale, fragile creatures might drop out of the sky. But what if we're looking in the wrong direction? What if the reason we haven't found the aliens yet is because we are the aliens? Now, before you click away thinking this is some crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy, let's look at the actual biological evidence. Because when you compare a human being to literally any other animal on this planet, it becomes terrifyingly obvious that we do not belong here. Let's start with the sun. The sun is the giant ball of fire that gives life to this entire planet. Every single animal on Earth has figured out a way to exist under it. Dogs have fur, rhinos have thick armor, lizards have scales. And what do humans have? We have exactly nothing. If you stand outside on a nice summer day for too long, the very star that powers our solar system will literally cook your skin and give you radiation damage. We are the only species on Earth that has to extract the oils from plants, smear it all over our bodies, and hide under tiny umbrellas just to survive a trip to the beach. Does that sound like a creature that evolved on this rock? Or does it sound like an invasive species that was calibrated for a planet with a much dimmer star? And it gets worse. Let's talk about gravity. The gravity on Earth is 9.8 meters per second squared, and every animal here handles it just fine. But human beings? Our bodies are in a constant losing battle against it. We are the only mammals that suffer from chronic lower back pain, varicose veins, and flat feet simply from existing. When we decided to stand up on two legs, our spines basically became a stack of wobbly teacups trying to balance a bowling ball. If Earth was actually our home planet, you'd think our skeletal structure wouldn't require a trip to a chiropractor just because we slept at a slightly weird angle. It's almost as if our bodies were designed for a planet with much lower gravity, say, like Mars. Then there's the whole baby situation. When a horse gives birth, the baby horse hits the ground, shakes it off, and is literally ready to run the Kentucky Derby 20 minutes later. When a human is born, it is essentially a very loud, entirely useless potato. For the first 2 to 3 years of its life, a human baby cannot feed itself, cannot walk, and cannot even hold its own head up without snapping its neck. In the wild, an infant that defenseless should have been wiped out by predators immediately. Our gestation period is weird, our babies are undercooked, and we are completely out of sync with the harsh realities of the Earth's food chain. Speaking of the food chain, we are also the only species that has to intentionally set our food on fire before we eat it, just so the natural bacteria of this planet doesn't instantly destroy our stomachs. So, how did we get here? Enter the scientific theory of panspermia. This isn't science fiction. This is a legitimate theory studied by actual astrophysicists. Panspermia suggests that the building blocks of life, or perhaps even fully formed microbial life, didn't originate on Earth. Instead, it was hitchhiking on a comet or an asteroid that slammed into this planet millions of years ago. We are basically cosmic mold that grew out of control. Somewhere out there in the universe, our actual home planet might have been destroyed. Or maybe we just threw our genetic material into the void, like a message in a bottle, and Earth just happened to be the damp rock where we washed ashore. When you put all the pieces together, our inability to handle the sun, our fragile spines, our helpless offspring, and our completely unnatural circadian rhythm, which actually defaults to a 25-hour day instead of 24, the picture becomes pretty clear. We aren't native to this planet. We are a stranded, confused alien species that got dropped off in the wrong neighborhood and just started building Wi-Fi routers and concrete boxes to hide in. So the next time you feel alienated or you get a sunburn after walking to your car, just remember, you aren't a weak human. You're just an extraterrestrial trying to survive a hostile alien world. If you want to learn more about the bizarre glitches in human existence, hit that subscribe button before the Men in Black delete this channel.